Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing a really awesome deck profile of my Blackwing deck. Yes, Blackwings. I know they're one of probably the most favorite archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, especially when it comes to the anime. And I've played this deck off and on throughout the years, ever since I built it back during the 5Ds era, because Blackwings, for the most part back then, guys, were very, very budget. We used to play Royal Oppression Blackwings back in the day. Really fun. Kalute was broken. You know, we used to use Kalute and Shura and all those plays, and sometimes you run the Value Turbo builds of Blackwings. Yes, I'm that old school for players. Remember these days because I was in high school at that time. But as time has gone on, they've gotten continuous support, and they're really a fun deck. And I've been actually wanting to do a deck profile on them as an update for quite some time, but the problem with Blackwings was there was always new support coming out, so I never could have just a period of time to settle down, find a build, and work on it. So without further ado, let us get to today's deck profile. Like I said, I love the Blackwings. I think they're an awesome deck in general, and I think they really got a lot of new support over the last couple of years especially. One of those cards being Samung, the Blackwing, the Poisonous Wind. This card's amazing for the deck. It's going to help you search out Black Whirlwind, even if it's just for that turn. That's amazing. It's something that the deck has needed for forever. As soon as I saw this card, I remember I had Blackwing friends of mine said, yeah, that's a 3 of in the deck. Hands down, 3 of. And ever since that day, it's been a 3 of, I feel like, and a staple in every Blackwing deck is a 3 of. Very versatile card, very good card to help search out your Black Whirlwind and do different things. So, staple Samung. Chris the Crack of Dawn. I just love saying it like that. Blackwing Chris the Crack of Dawn. One of your quote-unquote beaters of the deck, but also another special summoner that's going to help facilitate a lot of different rank 4 plays, as well as being used as synchro material and for different things. It also combos off and does, to some extent, what Bora does, which I have 3 Bora. The Spear. Yes, I know you're probably going, wow, he's got a lot of hollow Blackwing stuff. Yeah, I really do like Blackwings. You just probably never knew it. But yeah, Blackwings are awesome in my book. I love Crow from the anime. Just awesome character, especially his development. But yeah, Spora, excuse me, not Spora. I'm very tired right now. But Spear is very good. Helps do piercing damage, rarely comes in handy. Mainly you're going to be using him to bring out as a special summoner to help go for rank 4 exceed plays, synchro plays, and also just be a general beater if you're trying to put in some damage. But these are kind of your extenders, quote unquote, for Blackwings. Gale does play that part as well, but that's more of a tuner, so it's a little bit more versatile. These can be used for for doing a lot of damage, but also being used for combo plays as well. So that's why we run those guys. They're really awesome. Next, we have 3 the Gale of Whirlwind. Remember in the days when this card was limited to 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. I think Konami was mad that this card took down Stardust Dragon. You literally could go Gale the Whirlwind on Stardust and kill Stardust. That's how broken this card was. I don't think people liked, them having their poster boy of Synchro Stardust be taken down by Gale the Whirlwind. But Gale was so good, though. I remember used to running this card back in Gravekeeper builds of old Gravekeeper decks. But card's amazing even nowadays because you can cut your opponent's life point, the monster's attack, and then you can run over it, which is great. But nowadays, yes, you can still do that, but you can cut it in attack, do a bunch of damage, and push for a lot of damage very quickly with your Blackwing deck through different means, and win games very easily. So while this deck cannot OTK, FTK, by no means, it can put a lot of damage on the board very fast in different ways. So Gale's great for that reason. It's also a free special summoner, as well as cutting opponent's life pack, the attack down, and also can be used for synchro plays in general. I apologize if I'm slurring my words when I explain things thoroughly. I am extremely tired, but I wanted to get this deck profile for you guys because I have a lot of deck profiles I want to work on. Just had a lot of life things happen recently. Next we have 2 a Blackwing Ulster the South Wind. I see people run these Blackwings in particular, Ulster the South Wind and Hamate the Dust. I can never pronounce them properly. At different ratios. These are some of the Blackwings I think people just different Blackwing players run different ratios. I've seen 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1. It depends on these guys. All-Star's really good. This guy, the Southwind, is really good. Excuse me, the Dust is really good because of the different combo plays you can do off of him for extension plays, etc. Also, another tuner here can give the wedge counters, which is kind of cool. But pretty much these guys, different players run different ratios, and they can be used for different means when it comes to synchros and extension plays. Zephyros, I think the Elite, that's a staple one of any build. It's going to help you for rank 4 plays, link fodder, kind of like Bora, kind of like Chris, even though they can only be special summon. But this has the versatility of being able to come back. You can bounce your Whirlwind back. There's a bunch of cool little things you can do. Oster the Squall. It's a level 1 tuner that can be used for extension plays as well as tuning plays. I still one Blizzard, the Far North. You don't need to run Blizzard if you don't want to. I know a lot of players out there do not run Blizzard anymore. I understand. But I like Blizzard because there has been a lot of instances as I was playing this deck and testing it out. Well, I'm just like, I could go for an easy synchro with Blizzard. And yes, I know simple infinite impermanences and effect failures can stop it. But you can easily search it out. It's a good backup. It's just a nice thing to have in your back pocket if you get into a grind game where you can just be like, okay, here's a free synchro play off the bat. So you can run it. You don't have to run it. I like it. I like one Blizzard. But you do not have to run it if you need to. I've seen people run the Squall as 2 of or run different cards. But yep, I just want one Blizzard in the deck. I just really like it still. We do run a little bit of a Phantom Knight engine, guys, just to let you know. We run 1 Silent Boots, 1 the Phantom Knight's Ancient Cloak, 1 Raid Raptor Singing Lanius, and also 1 Raider's Wing. This is kind of like your quote-unquote Raid Raptor, Phantom Knight engine in the deck to help you do different things. We do run Fogblade and we do run Shade Brigandine. But these guys are really going to help with different combo plays and things you can do in the deck for extensions. You do have to keep in mind, and I think a lot of people forget this, Blackwings are a dark attribute, which means you can combo them off with Allure of Darkness and different dark-based strategies to some extent. AKA why back in the day we used to run Dad in Blackwings, if you had the money for it, that is. But just these work pretty well in the deck for different combo plays extensions. I do want to run some hand traps. So I'm running 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Helps you negate basically anything when it comes to, extra deck stuff. Max C didn't come off the ban list. So yeah, we're not running Max C, but you can run other hand traps if you want to. If you want to run Nobleman of Crossout, hey, be my guest, run it if you feel that's the need to. In a Blackwing deck, I mean, go right ahead if you feel the need to. But Ash Blossom, I like it in the deck. It's going to stop a lot of hand trap plays and just be a nice, thing to negate. Blackwings, I think from me playtesting with this deck, I have found that while they can go first, I really like playing them as a going second deck because you can put a lot of that damage on board very quickly. You'll get things like Gale's Effect off. But that's up to you to decide. I feel like Blackwings are really good either going first or second deck. They're pretty balanced when it comes to that. Next, we got our 3 Black Whirlwind. Thank you, Konami, for reprinting this as a holo. I did not want to buy the Turbo Pack versions. My buddy had them. I was like, nah, I'm going to wait for the reprint one day. So thank you, Konami, for printing a holo reprint of this. But 3 Black Whirlwind. This is an amazing card. This was the card that made me want to build Blackwings back in the day because it was just so good. If you guys are familiar with windups, this was the windup searcher card pretty much before that. That's why people always complain about Black Whirlwind. It's just this constant card that can search out different Blackwings. It can be searched out with Samong, which we were talking about earlier, but great searcher for your Blackwing cards. We also wanted to run a little bit of a draw engine, so I ran 3 Allure of Darkness. I've seen people run different draw engines in Blackwings over the years. I'm more of an Allure of Darkness guy because sometimes you will get brick hands with Blackwing cards. You pitch it, draw 2 cards, get it into more combo plays, etc. It's up to you to decide. I mean, I do run 1 Upstart Goblin in the deck as well. So pretty much you're running a 39 card deck. I don't mind giving you 1,000 life points to draw 1 card, where it can lead me off into different combo trees and things you can do with your Blackwing deck. So you have a lot of good draw power, good searching power. You're pretty balanced overall, I feel like, in your deck. Next, I run 1 Phantom Knights, the Rank Up Magic Force. I do want to mention to you guys, I may bump this up to 2 of. When you look at my extra deck, you're going to see a lot of different rank up things you can do, different rank up trees you can go down. And it's led me to maybe bump this card up to 2 of in the near future. I may do some more play testing to see if I want to do that or not. But like I said, more play testing needs to be done before I decide on doing that. For some other one-off spells we run 1 Call by the Grave. Like I said, I may cut Call out for a second rank up. I may cut Upstart Goblin out for a second rank up, but more playtesting needs to be done. 1 Foolish Burial. You have a load of targets for Foolish Burial. You have Zephyros. You got other things you can set up in Grave for. So Foolish is pretty good. 1 Monster Reborn. While we are somewhat of a combo-oriented deck, we can easily bring things back to go for Link plays, Synchro plays, Exceed plays, bring back our Synchros, do things with those those monsters. So it's pretty good overall. For trap-wise, I'm running only a few traps. We're running 2 Phantom Knight Fogblade and 1 Shade Brigandine, which can help you do different combo plays in the deck. Shade Brigandine, while you do run some traps, it is very good to run in this deck because it can help you do different things. But that's up to you to decide if you want to go down this route. Like I said, I may cut some cards out for rank ups, but more playtesting needs to be done. As your extra deck goes, you're going to see a little bit of a hollowed out Blackwing deck, but we run 1 Assault Blackwing Rarakiri, the Range Shadow, 1 Blackwing Armor Master, which is really a good card. I think this card's a little bit underrated with wedge counters. 1 Blackwing Full Armor Master, 1 Assault Blackwing Chidori, the Rain Sprinkling. This one I'm debating about if I want to run Rain Sprinkling or not, but at the end of the day, I do like him. 1 Blackwing Nathong, the Starlight, and 1 Blackwing Hark Joe. So that's your Blackwing Synchro-esque cards that we are going to be running in the deck. There are other ones you can run. I feel that if you want to cut space out, I know some people don't run a Hawk Joe and Nathong anymore. I always see people run, Rarakiri and definitely Full Armor as one ofs. Some people run Armor Master, which is kind of like a pseudo. It's like Full Armor Master is the best, but if not, you can go for this one, and then you have Assault Sprinkling. As for Exceeds go, you're going to see that here we run Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Raiders Knight, Force Tricks, Raid Raptor Force Tricks. Some people run Raid Raptor's Force Tricks, as a... I'll move this down for you guys here. Some people run Force Tricks as a 2 of. That's perfectly fine, but I found that I only needed 1 of nowadays. There's definitely other things I want to do with my deck instead of just going for Raid Raptor's Force Tricks. When Force Tricks first came out, yeah, you ran 2 Force Tricks in any Blackwing deck, but nowadays I find 1 is all I need. Next up, we run Raid Raptor's Assault Falcon, and if it gets destroyed, you can bring out your Arsenal Falcon, so you can go into the rank up from this to this to that, and then rank up from this to that, and then destroy things if it gets destroyed. So I like it. Like I said, more rank ups I may run in the deck in the future. You'll the Phantom Knight Rusty Bardiche, and 1 Raid Raptor Wise Tricks. So yep, that is the extra deck, guys. I went pretty fast through this deck profile. I do apologize if I didn't explain things properly or just go into a lot of detail with Blackwings. I am very tired, but I also feel like in addition to that, Blackwings are a pretty simple base deck. They haven't really, while they have got a lot of new toys to play around with over the years, they have pretty much stayed to their standard way of how they are played. They're pretty straightforward in what they do. They go for synchros, they can go for exceeds, and nowadays they can go for links. You can run different engines in your Blackwing deck depending upon what you're trying to do and what you want to do, but that's up to you to decide. I would say a couple of things that I'm still playtesting around with this deck is either if I want to run more rank ups, there are other options of cards you can run your extra deck as well. Some people still like Ice Speed Zero Fine. This card's great. Again, if you ever face a lot of back row heavy decks, it's a great card to run. I had a buddy of mine who was saying, hey, you still need to run Armor Wing. I said, I don't think those days are around anymore. I've had people focus a lot on more going for Blackwing Dragon. This is another option. Yes, that's a ghost rare. It's a little damaged. I got this from a buddy years ago, but you can run different things, focus on different things with your Blackwing deck. These are just different cards you can try out in different strategies, which I just want to mention. But you can run more generic XYZs, generic links, go down the rank up tree. It's up to you to decide. There's different ways you can go down, but I feel like what you run in your main deck for the most part when it comes to the monster lineup is pretty simple. There are some different things you run. We don't run Kalutes anymore really because we're more of a combo based deck to some extent with Blackwings nowadays compared to battle interaction. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this deck profile. Hopefully, if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Go Crow Hogan from 5Ds. He's an awesome character. And go Blackwings. Till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling to all of you. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody.